Top 25 strategy games that are worth trading your soul for. Episode 1. Here we go. Evil Genius 2. You can become a guy in this one. Construct your own villainous lair, staff it with loyal minions and mad scientists, and hatch a plan for global conquest. This RTS is dripping with spy-fi satire. Unleash doomsday devices, outwit pesky agents with diabolical traps, and revel in the chaos as your evil plots unfold. Missions can get a bit same, but the quirky humor and base-building mechanics keep it fun. So if you've ever desired the life of a Bond villain, minus the exploding pens likely, this one lets you be the mastermind. Attack on Toys. Want to command an army but struggle with, well, actual soldiers? You should try this one. Build your dream force of tanks and troops, then witness the glorious chaos as they fight. Don't expect military precision. These mini Einsteins get stuck on pebbles and charge blindly into battle. Battles are bullet fests with questionable tactics, more Keystone Cops than Special Forces. It's a charmingly messy experience, perfect for a laugh, but frustrating for strategic masterminds. Capitalism II. Ever dreamt of running the world? Well, the economic world? This business sim throws you headfirst into a global market frenzy. From humble beginnings, build an empire that spans the globe. From mining resources to dominating the media, every penny counts, and the competition plays for keeps. This game covers almost every aspect of business that can be encountered in the real world. Try it, you might just learn something. Bad North. Jotun Edition. Lead your pint-sized warriors against a grumpy horde in this adorable RTS. It's Monty Python meets Last Stand with a dash of how do we fight with 3 dudes and a seagull. Expect frantic battles, questionable tactics, blame the mead, and the occasional Viking becoming fish food. Brutally cute and highly replayable. Creeper World 3. Arc Eternal. This ain't your grandpa's strategy game. Forget tanks and lasers. Here, you battle a nightmarish creeping goo. Think Blob takes over the world, but way more strategic and way less messy. Deploy wacky vehicles and lasers to hold back the gooey menace. Master the art of containment in this surprisingly fun and challenging real-time strategy game. Perfect for players who crave a unique and giggle-inducing twist in the genre. Rise of Legends. Steampunk dwarves with clockwork spiders clash with magic sultans riding giant scorpions. This ain't your grandpa's history lesson. Build wacky districts like Exploding Sheep Academy or the questionable Mustache Institute. Forget tactics, unleash giant robots and level up your own fire-breathing dragon. Seriously, it's called Bartholomew. It's a hilarious strategy party where explosions are the answer. Ditch the history books, grab your goggles, and this fantasy RTS is a blast from the past. Shadow Tactics. Blades of the Shogun. This one is like a historical ninja party, with a hefty dose of stress. You control a ragtag group of assassins with more quirks than a basket of sporks, trying to be sneaky in gorgeous feudal Japan. Expect shuriken showers, awkward disguises, and the occasional existential crisis from your grumpy old hermit teammates. Prepare to yell triumphant war cries when your plan works, which, let's be honest, won't be every time. Just don't blame the game when you accidentally yeet a fireball into a haystack and send the whole mission on fire. Offworld Trading Company. This Mars-based strategy game is Monopoly for ruthless capitalists, minus the cute mascot. Forget charming Marines. It's all cutthroat deals, spreadsheets, and the thrill, or terror, of manipulating the water market. Learning the ropes is tougher than a Martian's rover's tires, but mastering the economic ballet is strangely rewarding. One wrong move, though, and your dreams of Martian domination implode faster than a spacesuit puncture. Think you've got the chops? Buckle up, trader. Death Crown. Picture this, a sassy Grim Reaper annoyed because some egomaniac king cheated death. Now you gotta clean up the mess. Forget fancy spells, you're managing a goth daycare for the undead. Build an army of derpy zombies and pixelated skeletons. Tactics? Who needs them? Just unleash the undead flash mob and drown your enemies in moans. Think Etch-a-Sketch gone goth with hilarious results. Just remember, these guys ain't winning any dance contests, and being undead is a real buzzkill for life insurance. War Pips. This one is like watching toddlers fight over a sandbox, but with tanks and explosions. Way more fun, obvious. You deck out your army with misfit soldiers, rusty tanks, and questionable helicopters that unleash them on your equally clueless opponents. Forget fancy tactics. This is pure chaotic strategy. Think of it as a real-time game of rock, paper, scissors on steroids. Just pray your paper airplane battalion doesn't get toasted by your enemy's grumpy tank brigade. They are billions. Forget city planning. This is city fortification. Trained soldiers crank up the Tesla coils because undead hordes are a-comin' and there's billions of them. This strategy game throws you into a delightful meat grinder with just enough pause time to plan your defenses before the next wave crashes down. Campaign chill, survival brutal. It's like a relaxing apocalypse with a side of strategic mayhem. Perfect for those who like their base building with a generous helping of zombie splatter. Mindustry. This unique blend matches up base building and tower defense. Craft conveyor belts, turrets, and factories to defend your core from waves of enemies. The twist? You're constantly expanding your base, gathering resources, and unlocking powerful tech to dominate the battlefield. Easy to learn, but with surprising depth, Mindustry is perfect for casual players and strategy veterans alike. You're ready for a whirlwind of building, battling, and glorious pixelated explosions. Kenhi. This is where dreams go to be eaten by beak things, giant hungry birds. You start as a nobody in a harsh post-apocalyptic world. Be a hero? Sure, if heroism means getting enslaved by cannibals or getting your limbs lopped off by bandits. The good news? You can build your own squad of fellow punching bags. Companions, and maybe even a town. Just watch out for acid rain, dust storms, and the crippling despair of starting over. Again, Kenhi, it's like a choose-your-own misery adventure. Bugos Ants on log? Snooze fest. This RTS is a bug brawl. Build a customizable army of adorable, but deadly, insects. We're talking pincer-packing weevils and spiky roaches. Flick them like popcorn kernels and dominate the battlefield. Easy to learn, brutal to master, this auto-battler is perfect for strategy newbies and veterans alike. Prepare for hilarious mayhem. Don't get inspired by the game with your real house guests. Mostly. Steel Division II. Ditch the D-Day drama. This sequel serves up scorching summer action on the Eastern Front. You'll be a two-faced commander, both mastermind, strategist, and battlefield micromanager. Think turn-based Risk with a real-time RTS temper tantrum. It's like chess, but with tanks instead of rooks and way more explosions. If you crave a challenge that'll make your brain sweat and your fingers twitch, this is the game for you. Just beware, explaining it to your friends might take longer than an actual match. Emergency 20. This fast-paced sim puts you in charge during emergencies. Command firefighters, paramedics, and rescue teams to tackle blazing infernos, treat the injured, and save lives. Remastered classics and new campaigns offer hours of strategic challenge, perfect for strategy buffs who crave a heroic fix. Just remember, real emergencies need real heroes. Leave it to the pros. Out There Edition. This choose-your-own-adventure nightmare throws you into a spaceship held together with duct tape and fueled by hope. Mostly fumes by now. Face tougher decisions than your fridge on an empty day, decipher alien messages more cryptic than a toddler's scribbles, and grapple with the ever-present dread of becoming space dust. Breathtaking visuals meet hilarious desperation in this astronaut's Odyssey, perfect for those who enjoy their exploration with a side of, oh god, am I going to die alone? Tooth and Tail. This one throws adorable animals into a fight for scraps. It's Animal Farm gone sideways, with hedgehogs wielding flamethrowers and foxes lobbing grenades. Gather food, the only resource to build bases and train your militia. Squirrel scouts, boars charge, and skunks deploy mustard gas. Matches are quick and frantic. Outsmart your foe or overwhelm them with a Fury Blitzkrieg. Cuteness and depth collide in this delightful RTS. Syrian Warface. Forget fancy bases. This one drops you into a squad-based meat grinder. Think Call of Duty, but with a commander's hat and a side of uncontrollable AI teammates. Master tactics, hug cover like it's your life jacket, and pray your squad remembers which end the bullets come out of. It's a brutal, darkly funny take on modern warfare, but those expecting lighthearted fun might need to look elsewhere. Despotism 3K. Be the evil warlord you always dreamed of. Sort of. In Despotism 3K, this wacky strategy game lets you exploit humans to fuel your galactic empire. Forget fancy resource gathering. It's all about keeping your workforce alive-ish. But these humans are a riot. They goof off, get hangry, and might even become bioreactor fuel. Accidents happen. It's a chaotic, darkly funny ride filled with unreliable workers and glorious domination. So, buckle up, Overlord, and micromanage your way to space. Frostpunk II. Now this one isn't just a return to the ice. This sequel expands your city, spanning years compared to the original's weeks. Resource management shifts from just coal to a precious limited oil supply. Plus, a new council system lets your citizens have a say in the brutal choices you make. Prepare for a deeper, more political struggle for survival in the unforgiving frost. Dune, Spice Wars. This RTS plops you in the middle of a sand slug buffet, tasking you with ruling a desert wasteland. Train Freeman fighters, because who wouldn't want knife-wielding nomads on their side? Harvest the glowy space drug spice, and maybe bribe a few Sardaukar for fun. Win by conquering everyone, becoming an economic powerhouse, or politicking like Harkonnen. Just watch out for spice addiction, and those darn sandworms. They have terrible table manners. Colony Survival. This ain't whack-a-mole with ants. This game lets you become the mastermind behind a bustling insect city. Recruit a loyal army of miners, farmers, and guards. Build a magnificent, or maybe just bug-tastic colony block by block, all while fending off nightly zombie hordes. It's a charming mix of Minecraft-like building and light real-time strategy. Perfect for casual players who crave a relaxed strategy experience with a twist. Just remember, a happy bug army with a well-stocked pantry is a zombie-crushing army. The Last Haven. Imagine nuclear winter with a side of hangry survivors. That's this post-apocalyptic sim where you're basically mayor of Fallout Town. Build wacky dwellings, keep everyone from starving, because Rad Roach Barbecue gets old, and hope the raiders don't steal your toilet paper because trust me, you'll need it. Research is key. Unlock stuff like greenhouses that don't require sunlight because hello, nuclear winter, and laser turrets for those rude raiders. It's a bit rough around the edges, but if micromanaging a post-apocalyptic colony sounds like your jam, this game's a wild ride. Nebuchadnezzar. Channel your inner Babylonian ruler in this city-building game. Forget fancy chariots and smiting foes. Here the challenge is keeping your citizens happy with enough bread and beer, and the occasional cigarette. But be warned, pharaoh wannabes, micromanagement can get you buried in a pile of bureaucratic scrolls faster than you can say Mesopotamia. But for those who crave a strategic sandbox, watching your city rise from the desert is weirdly satisfying. Just be sure to plan your outhouses carefully. Nobody likes the smell of Euphrates. If you haven't noticed, most of these were RTS games. I wanted to recover the games from my earlier videos. I got tons of awesome games in episode 2. Karma, signing off.